Let's do one of mine. Lakers -4.5 versus the Knicks. So some of the trends that I track here, like New York in particular, the Knicks after a loss have been very good against the spread, and the Knicks are one of the teams that does very well against low 3-point volume teams. However, the Lakers are starting to evolve outside of being one of those low 3-point teams. Like they're starting to shoot more threes and make them at a higher clip because they're getting guys back to allow them to have the proper spacing. The Knicks played the Suns on Saturday night with Friday night with an absolutely phenomenal performance from Jalen Brunson. 50 points. What a game. Joe Delera was hype. It was like an absolutely incredible performance. Yeah, it was so cool. Yeah. What did they do after that, Joe? What happens after you're in Phoenix and you have a game in LA? What do you do on a Friday night? Do you fly there? That's what you do.
You probably have a great time.
You fly to LA on a short flight. And then you have Friday night and Saturday night, and then Sunday in LA.
Yeah, I'm hoping
LA nightlife is undefeated.
I'm hoping that they're like me and they go out on the Friday night and then they're just like deceased on the Saturday so that they couldn't have gone out on Saturday night and they're rested by,
If I miss this, that's going to be my excuse as well. They had Sunday off. So clearly they just like had, they got some liquid IVs and went to the spa on Sunday and got themselves taken care of and didn't go back out. But I don't trust NBA players. Look, this is also a model play. The Lakers are 6 points above average league home court advantage this season. They've been dominant at home. This is 4.5. And yes, it's above the key number of 4 that I talk about with where teams will let it go. But this is low enough for me with what I've got this projected at that I will go ahead and lay the points. I think the Lakers are going to this is a letdown spot after the Suns game versus a Lakers team that pretty much took off the weekend in San Antonio. Like 80 sat out one game, LeBron sat out, and now they're coming back home and they're going to re-engage. So I think they re-engage in this game versus the Knicks in what's a bigger, like, oh, we got to get up. It's the Knicks. It's always exciting to play those types of teams. It shouldn't be, but it is. So I think the Lakers win here. I would lay any number this gets to. I would lay it with the Lakers. Jim, do you have thoughts on that? Cap?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I have almost the same logic that you had on being intrigued, but maybe not fully getting there on the Cavs play, because this Knicks team has now been without Mitchell Robinson for the last 4 games, I believe. But they've been weird games, and I haven't been able to get a feel. I think when Mitch went out, I know I was, and I think the consensus kind of is like, this is the guy who they're really going to miss. They're going to miss him on offense because of the second chance opportunities he opens up for an offense that can really get pretty stagnant at times. You talked about how amazing Brunson's performance was. It was amazing, but he also, if he's repeating 9 for 9 from beyond the arc, you tip your cap and you're losing that game. That's not going to happen often. So I want to, they have an ugly loss to the Jazz in there. And this Lakers team is one that absolutely eats in the paint. Like you said, and now the Knicks are without Mitchell Robinson, who you pointed out that the Knicks usually do well against the teams that are, kind of paint centric. I think that's large part due to how well Mitchell Robinson is usually there protecting the rim. Now they don't have that. That's going to be a huge factor against the Lakers on Monday. So I'm very intrigued by this. But at the same time, this Knicks offense has actually at times looked kind of good and maybe a little bit more free and open. So I this is a game I want to see. I thought I would get a quick read on Mitchell being out and Mitchell Robinson being out and kind of how that impacted the Knicks, but it has not been consistent so far. So I'm sitting out one more game to see more data on how the Knicks are without him.
I'll also say, if you're going to miss your center, you want to miss it versus the Suns, and you don't want to miss it versus the
exactly.
Lakers.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, this is
also
it's rough.
Yeah. Also, I'll say this is definitely not a play. Like, the number backs me up here. If the number was the other way, I'd stay away from it. I've got I usually just tend to go with. I'm always following. What does my projection say? What is the spot, and what is the trend? The trends are actually on New York as far as this matchup, as far as the stuff that I track here. But I love the spot and I love the number. So I'm going to go ahead and lay it with the Los Angeles Lakers.